We're live. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Alana. Here we go. So if you have a spare mat today is a great thing. It just gives you a little bit more padding for when we're up on our feet. And other than that, 2 blocks. I have one. One is plenty to get you through, and your blanket. And so good morning, happy Sunday, happy May. And with May, we have a new sequence. And if I was in a low energy state, a state of despair of some kind, my body would hold that information. The structure, the habits, I would start to kind of close down. And that would begin to feel normal. That would be my home. And if we can remove the blocks that are in our physical body, we can change the thoughts we have. And so what we want to begin to do is to really move in ways that we don't ordinarily move, because it generates the possibility of thinking in ways that we don't ordinarily think. If we can remove body blocks, we can remove the things that we've been carrying all around, the things that we believe it has to be this way. This is what I know. This is what I'm familiar with. So if you're not familiar with this one, it might be a little funky. And I just want you to watch for the places where you think, I'm not doing it. I can't do it. I won't do it. All of these places of resistance, I think your shirt's on backwards, are the unfamiliar. And so just this is a really upbeat set. It's a place that shakes us loose. It's a place that gives us a real sense of power and freedom. It is a change from what we were doing. And if you haven't done the new set and you had done the other one and that one made a lot of sense and you made progress and made victory, sometimes changing into a new set can be a real challenge. And that's exactly what we want to do, so that we don't get good at only one thing. We get good at whatever we're doing. So we bring it up. Bring your palms together, rubbing your hands, briskly sitting tall. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. I bow to everything outside of me that guides me, heals me, and holds me. Guru Dev Namo. I bow to everything inside of me. Everything, what I know and what I don't, what I'm comfortable with, what I'm not. All of it is rising within me. So 3 times with me. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. You shake it out. And I can tell you that right here, my cats are going nuts. My love's got his shirt on backwards, and he's a little iffy about doing this with us. So everything that goes on around you could be a means of like, can't, don't want to. It's different than how I thought it was going to be. Great. This is how it's going to be. This is how it's going to go. We start on Adgure Name. No, forgive me, Adi Shakti. And I think last time Emily said that it had a bit of a loop in it, so we're going to make sure. Emily, just tell me if this skips around. Right? We've got Adi Shakti. You'll come onto hands and knees. And on hands and knees, you're just going to find a cat-cow. Rounding through the spine and allowing your day, allowing this morning to unfold as it will, and including all of it. Including your cats, including your pets, including your children, including your people. That's where our freedom is. We can just let it in and let it through. Inhale and exhale. And then turn your left thumb forward and turn your left fingers perpendicular so that your hands are at a right angle, and keep going. Keep going. Trying to draw your hands apart. Spread through the back. And then turn your left fingertips back towards your left thigh. Cat-cow, round and release. Just for 2. And for 1, turn your left fingertips forward. And now turn your right thumb forward and your right fingers turn perpendicular. Try to draw your hands apart, make space in the upper back. And then turn your fingers back so that your right fingers turn back towards your right knee. Your right thumb is turned out to the right. And we keep going. 3. And 2. Good. And 1. And just finding wide knees, fingers point forward, child's pose, fold it back. A little wag of your tail side to side. And rising up. Tuck of the toes, just find a downward facing dog. Yep, it's gone. And step your knees down to the floor. Turning your knees, neither of them will work. Turn your knees to the left side. Your body faces the right side. Thank you. And step your left foot to the front center of your mat. And begin to put a deep bend in your left knee. Rising and falling. Bend in your knee. And as you bend your knee, let your knee go towards your little toe. And just start to open through the inner pelvis and through the thigh. Bring your left elbow to your thigh. Your right hand over the top, and bring a bend to your right elbow. Opening and closing all the way through the outer shoulder, through the outer hip. Inhale, opening. Exhaling down. And pause for a beat. And tiny forward and back through the hips. Press your right toes down, send your right hip forward. Opening all the way through your outer right hip, outer right waist. And changing sides, knees side by side. Step your right foot to the right center of your mat. And a bend in one knee, and a bend in the other. And a bend in the knee, and a bend in the other. And you begin to add an elbow, reaching over. So all of the work that we did in April, up and out through the chest, through the shoulders, the strength you built, Just beginning to connect the hand to the shoulder, to the hip, to the knee, and stay. Tiny forward and back. For 2. And then bring your hands back down and see if your downward facing dog has opened a little bit more. Arms long, hips high, chest broad. You can keep your knees soft. Again, a sway side to side. And step your right foot up outside of your right hand, please. And your heel stays on the mat and the toes go off. So your toes turn out to 2 o'clock. Putting a block under your left hand will give you a little height. You can turn it on its edge. You can turn it on its tail. But it says wide or wider than your mat. Back knees on the floor. Nice and stable. And the right hand can make a large circle. Inhaling up and around. Exhaling as you bend your knee. Finding the places where that circle feels a little sticky, or mine has a bit of a rough surface as I go around. And then keeping your right knee bent, keep your right arm where it is, and forward and a little back. And then pause and lift the left knee off the floor, finding your back heel right to the center of your pubic bone, right through the heart, looking up, looking a little back. Looking up a little back, strengthen the left leg beneath you. Open the right shoulder, right side. And the left knee down, the right hand down. And we change sides. Downward facing dog. Hands pressed down, hips high, pressing away. A little wag of your tail. And setting it up, knees down, step your left foot outside of your hand. And put your block under your right hand. And begin that big backward circle. A big backward circle. And as you come a little forward and back, you'll begin to make some space through the hip and through the shoulder. And you keep your left arm beside your left ear, and you continue a little forward, a little back, through the hips, through the side waist. Good, good, good. And then pausing right there. Back toes tucked under, lift your back knee, spin your pelvis, spin your heart, strong through the back leg. You can go a little forward, a little back, open the chest. And the right knee down and the right hand down, and downward facing dog. Lift up, press back. Letting your hips sway side to side. Then your knees come down. And you fold your blanket in half, front to back. Turn this off, and you build yourself cross-legged seat. And with that cross-legged seat, we'll just double check. We all start at the song Morpho. Morpho. You can keep Facebook from sniffing it out. Good, good. Heart high. So any change in your seat that you need to keep your chest up. We'll start with the elbows bent, and we'll start with a bit of a circle. So this may be your circle, or eventually the arms are straight, and it's as though you're holding a block, and you are here for the next 4 minutes. So we need to start softly and wisely. Eyes closed, and your breath becomes deep and full. The seat stays fairly steady. So imagine you're just holding a block overhead and you're circling that block. And it's through the ribs, it's through the shoulders. The seat is steady. You're letting the spine of the upper back change. Long, steady circles. And just double checking, we're looking for a clockwise circle. So if you were seated on a clock, ahead would be 12, behind would be 6, to the right is 3. And so we're making our hands this clockwise circle above us. And you will absolutely work your way into a place that feels perhaps impossible. If need to, you take your hands and you shake them out and you shake out your shoulders and you come back in. So how can it get a little looser? When you need to. This is the very second time of this sequence for us. So the hands come down and you shake it out and you bring it back up. And we notice what we create in our mind right here. Our reaction to ourselves and our reaction to our reaction. And can we use our body to shift our reactions? Is there a place where I can completely soften? Oh. Can I let it out of my breathing? That eventually it can become light and quick, moving from the base, through the back of the neck, out through the fingertips. When you need to, hands come down, shake it out, bring it back up. Eyes closed, big, strong, steady breath. And if any dialogue is running in the mind, can you replace it? You've got this. You've got this. Softly, love. Open it up. Help yourself through. Kind words, soft face, powerful body. For 3. Sitting tall, strong in the navel for 2. And hands high and inhaling. 3 sips more. Heart up, chin in, stay. And let it down. Let it down. Let it down. Rest your hands on thighs. Feel your shoulders. Feel your face. All that energy in the shoulders, let it drain out. And in your seat, if you choose, you may set your block ahead of you. And so you're seated right in the middle of your blanket. Your hands are on your block. And inhale, fingers to shoulders. Inhale up. Exhale, fingers to shoulders. Exhale, fold. So inhaling, inhaling, exhaling, exhaling. And it's here that we're beginning to build the crease of your hips. And opening still through the shoulders, through the back, coming upright and finding a little fold. Your little fold may be 2-3 inches, just 3 more like this. Touch the shoulders, touch the sky, touch the shoulders, touch the block. Good. And then we will stay there if that's important to support your back, or hands stay high. A little lean forward and inhale up. Exhale, and on the exhale, your navel to your spine. Press into your outer feet, press into your outer knees. And maybe you go an inch or two, or maybe you begin to really explore that fold, but please be wise. If you have low back issues, continue with the hands to the block. We're just going this far today. Later on, the full pose, if you choose, bringing the hands and the head down to the floor and back up. But I would suggest for today, we have many days ahead of us. Keep it safe, build it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right. One more. Sitting tall, bring your hands down, pause, seated, just feel the body. Softening your shoulders, broadening your collarbones, a little flush through the face, through the crown of your head. So we're bringing it further down into the body. We'll bring it into the navel, come onto hands and knees and build a soft, short dog. So your hands and your feet are a little bit closer to each other than usual, and just rock to the left and then rock to the right until you can lift your hand and your foot. So you get a little hang time in the right side and a little hang time in the left side. Pressing the hand down into the floor. A little wobble. How we don't ordinarily move, how we don't ordinarily think. Good, good. And then find center, rocking forward, balls of the feet, rocking back. Pick up your fingers and gather your fingers like you were picking up two little buttons off the floor. And then rock forward and your heels come up. And rock back and you lift your fingers up. And maybe you lift your feet up and then your fingers. So you have this little hop, forward and back. And as you do, you're lifting right from behind your navel. Up and back. Up and back. And up and back. And how gracefully can you begin to just let your weight move forward and back? You're only doing 3, right? I know, if there is no point in this practice that you crack up laughing at what the are we doing? Ha! Hands up the back of your body, sweep wide, reach tall. Fold your way back down the backs of the legs. We'll do that. Inhale, rise up, open. And exhale, folding down. So we're taking the energy of the navel and we're spreading it through the body. Knees as bent as they need to be. Pace is yours. You may be slow, you may be quick. Come undone. Come up out of all the things that you think, this is what I do. This is who I am. I am not that and I am not that. Break out of all of it. So that you can become anything. It's up to you. Break it down and lift it up. The last time we go. And bring down. Hands high at the top and then we meet. Hands on hips. So this is where we want to have that little extra padding. You need to hear this a little bit. All right, hands on hips. The tap of your heel in front of each toe. So we begin to find this little hop in the knee. So crossing here is great if you have any ankle or knee issues. Otherwise, it's just this little cross of the feet. And you're looking to land in the balls of your feet and find the natural spring of your feet. Right? As adults, we really don't jump very often. And without jumping, we don't have the spring of our knees. And tap and cross and let it out. Right? And that may be that you stay right here. Or I'm going to go back in. I'm going to hop and cross. And it can be really very small. It can be this tiny little movement. Or you can get all big about it. Whatever you need to do. So keeping a little bend in your knees, right? That you're catching and releasing. You'll get breathless. You may stop. You may tap your heels. Do what you need to do. And we'll all mate to tap heels. 3, 2, 1, and tap. Add your hands. Cross, cross, cross. So by the end of the month, you'll be able to do that start to finish, and you'll be able to add hands overhead, which is where we're headed. Yeah. Where do you need to go in your mind so that this is something you can do freely? How much are you going to drag around? Like, in their pockets when that wears off. Tap your heels. We'll do that one more time for 30 more seconds. You got it. You can do this. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out, shake it out. Big bend in your knees, flex your feet, point your toes. I know. Busy in the calves. So bring it down to a cross-legged seat. This is why for our Vinyasa on Saturday, we really rinse the legs in the second half. So replay that anytime you need to. Fingertips to your shoulders. Sitting down. So take all of the momentum. One circle and then the other. In, X, in, X, in, X. Right up through the shoulder, out the elbow, and we go. Where you've been stuck, where you've been frustrated, where you've been held back, what about this week is lodged in your breath? Out, 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 going. Nearly there, nearly there. For 3, for 2, for 1. Take your hands up high, inhale, inhale, inhale. And shake all out, all down. Hands on thighs, sit still, be tall. Oh. When we are asked to do something again and again that is draining our energy, that's bringing our frequency down, and we have to keep repeating that experience, that low vibe can be our quote unquote normal state. And so we jump, we move, we cross the center line of the body, we circle and we breathe and we increase that vibration. We lift ourselves back up to a new neutral, so that we can see again what needs to change, who we are. It's a perfect set for this month when we feel so caught in these strange, repetitive, home-based days. Onto your back, loves, onto your back. Here we go. And so your knees Start out bent. Lifting your head and shoulders, you may hold the backs of your thighs or just reach your hands forward and find a whisper of ha. Keep the breath. Close your mouth, out your nose. Extend your right leg long. Roll your right inner thigh down and firm the right side abdomen and reach through the right side toes. And the reach through the toes will strengthen your upper body, your arms. Keep the breath. X, 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 X. Keep the breath. Change your legs. Reach into your fingers. Your fingers are lifting your shoulders. Your chin is into your chest. Your left leg long and straight. And you will find the place where you tremble. Keep the breath. Bend the knees, and as you can, slowly both legs go out. You find where you can sustain it. Eventually, your heels are inches off the floor. Your arms are straight. 30 seconds here. Firm your legs, firm your arms, soften your face. Five, four, three, two, knees to the chest, head to the floor. Deep breathing. Good morning. Happy May. Roll your way up and roll your way back. Hands on your shins. Roll your way up and roll your way back. As you roll across your ankles and hold your shins. That may be where you go, or for the last 5, if you are a lotus or half lotus user, you can cross your foot to your thigh. I find half lotus is my plan here. Good, good, go 3. And go 2. Good, good. You will roll all the way up and over and find your child's pose. Knees wide, toes together, arms out long, fold down. Fold down. Fold down. Hands and knees. Eyes closed, circle your hips. Tuck your toes under. Circle your hips. If you need to, your blanket under your knees for support. Then circle your shoulders. Eyes closed. Begin to explore those circles. The shoulders, the hips independently, the head separately. Maybe rolling through the ribs like rolling inside of a barrel. Let the circles break down and find an abstract movement of your own. Where do you need to go? Eyes closed. Where do you need to go? Will you allow yourself to learn to listen, to break down the lines and the plans and the schedules and the tasks, and you'll move because you're called to, because it feels better, because it's unknown. Go where you need to go. Out of the jaw, out of the wrists, out of the hands, out of the throat. Into your body, into the places of your body that really require a little bit more. And let your breath help your body. If you choose, it comes into a dog, it comes into a circle, it comes into a plank. Where do you need to go? The places where we've been frustrated, places where we've been holding in our sheltering in place. We are nomadic, migratory beings. We don't shelter in place. Let yourself move internally and get all of the boredom and all of the stagnation out of your system. Give yourself permission to move. Knees down and wide, toes together. Sitting back. Settle. See if there's a little more freedom in your body. And up and over onto your back. On your back, knees are bent, feet are flat, lifting your hips. Put your palms face down under your hips. A little bit of support. And knees rise. Right leg straight, and then the left leg straight. To inhale and to exhale. To inhale and to exhale. In, out, in, out, in, out. Use your nose. If it's too much on your hips or your low back, extend your legs a little bit higher. So higher is a modification. Straight out as you can. Drawing one knee back as the other leg extends. And close your eyes. Settle into the navel, the legs move. 3, 2, and 1. Legs are out. Free your hands, arms go wide, palms face the ceiling. Shake your feet side to side, your knees up and down. And feel the sensation in the center of your body radiating in all directions. Feet a little closer, legs strong. Bring your palms almost to touch, straight over, straight arms. Inhale, arms wide, and then exhale, almost to touch. We go here. Exhale, inhale, close, and open. Firm your navel. On the exhale, legs are strong. Low abdomen is strong. And the breath gets bigger and the movement becomes steady, and you're drawing the energy of the navel up into the heart. Eyes closed, arms steady, open and close and open and close, generating a real current through the upper body. Navel strong, legs strong. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Backs of your hands down beside you. Let your heels open slightly. Relax the feet. Feeling the full sensation of your body open and at ease. Any adjustment that you need to make. If you need a blanket over your low belly or your hips, set yourself up. The whole body resting flat to the floor. Effortless. Very bright, very aware. Letting your breathing be full and smooth. Softening so that the breath starts to Land and gather in the abdomen. And then allow your attention to come to rest in the soles of your feet. And the soles of your feet become warm and bright. You feel from the heel to the length of the toes, even the spaces between the toes filled with light and heat. Light to the tops of your feet, the arches up to the ankles. And with that heat and with that light, a sense of ease. The body is effortless. Your attention in your ankles. Left ankle, right ankle filled with light. The body effortless. Your attention up your shins and through the meat of your calves to your knees. Feel how your chest opens on the inhalation. See if you can feel that same opening through your knees right here. Your attention up your thighs, quadriceps, hamstrings, right up the femur bone. Left hip, right hip, the body open and at ease. The legs effortless. Left hip, right hip. The legs filled with light and heat. Feel the bowl of your pelvis. Fill it with light. And the great bowl of your abdomen, and we'll pause right here a moment, softening the inner organs. May your belly be bright. Keep breathing out residual tension of the belly, the low spine. Your breath into your ribs. Fill your lungs with light. Left side, right side, front and back. Fill the physical beating heart with light. Feel the length of your spine behind you, the breadth of your chest. The left shoulder, a point of light, effortless. Left elbow, left wrist, left palm, points of light, the body at ease. The tip of your left thumb, the tip of your left first finger, tip of your left middle finger, tip of your left ring finger, tip of your left pinky finger, points of light, body at ease. Left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder, open. Base of the throat, point of light. Right shoulder, a point of light, body effortless. Right elbow, right wrist, right palm, points of light. The tip of your right thumb, point of light. The tip of your right first finger. Tip of your right middle finger. Tip of your right ring finger. Tip of the right pinky finger. Points of light. Body at ease. Open. Right wrist. Right elbow. Right shoulder. Effortless. The back of your neck, a point of light. The back of your head, crown of your head, and the center of your forehead, points of light. The right eye in its socket, the left eye in its socket, points of light. The face is open and at ease. The length of your nose, your upper lip, your lower jaw. Effortless. Base of the throat, a point of light. And as if from a distance, feel all these points of light like a great constellation. Feel all the space between them. In that space is possibility and freedom. Feel all the points of light and release what lies between them. Deepening your breathing. Your hands overhead. Resting out long, tall. Draw your knees into your chest, a little bit side to side. Interlace your fingers over your right shin and keep it close. Let your left leg go long. The back of the left thigh is heavy, the left heel reaching out. The right thigh heavy into the body. Crease through the hip. Left hand overhead. Bending your left knee. Put your right ankle over your left knee, making a figure four. Right hand on your right thigh, lightly press away, opening the right hip. You may stay there or draw the left thigh in. Interlace your fingers behind the left thigh or over the front of the left shin. Wherever you go, press your thigh or your shin into your hands and use that pressure of your left leg away from you to straighten your arms and open the upper back. little bit side to side with the legs. And pressing your right knee away, flex and point your toes. So the left shin is pressing into the hands. The arms are straight. The right knee is pressing away from the right shoulder. And you flex and you point your feet and you open the right outer hip. And you open the back of your neck, tops of the shoulders. And let it out, changing sides. 2 feet long, shake out the feet, shake out the knees. And bring it in. Interlace your fingers over your left shin. Right leg long. Creasing the left hip, opening the right hip, opening the back of the right knee, flex and point your feet. Then your right hand overhead, open that line. Open the line, right heel, right hip, right shoulder, right hand, effortless and long. Right knee bends. Cross your left ankle over the right knee, left hand on thigh, press away. This may be where you stay. Or hands interlace behind your thigh, bring it in. Fingers interlace over the right shin, bring it in. And then press your thigh or your shin until your arms are straight and press the left knee away. And now flex and point your toes. So that you can feel the whole back of your spine get a little bit longer. And you can feel your left knee go a little bit forward. Flex and point your toes. Good, good, good. And then letting it out. Left leg long. Right knee bends. Build tree pose. So just putting the inner right sole of your foot to your left inner thigh. Put your right hand on your right inner thigh. Right knee wide. Left hand on your left ribs and open from there. Right knee down, left ribs down. Open the center line. And change. Right leg straight, left knee bends. Put the sole of your left foot to your right inner thigh. Left hand on your right inner thigh. Right hand on your right ribs. Use your hand, draw your right ribs toward the floor. Use your hand, send your left thigh toward the floor, and you'll feel the center line between your hands widen, brighten. The sequence finishes in tree pose, so bring it up. We'll just bring that same pose to standing. Roll forward and back 3 times. A standing pose anchors our energy, and a balancing pose activates our attention and our focus. So standing tall. Unless you have a cat on your chest. Left foot flat. Right knee rising. Interlace your fingers. Right knee high. Establish balance. If the double mat now is creating a difficulty balance, step onto your floor. Left hand high. Left heel down, left hand high, right knee high. Find your balance, find your height. Be steady. And change it up. Right foot down, left knee rises. 2 hands on the left knee, bring it in. And as you bring your left knee in, put your right heel down, and then right hand high. Stable, eyes on one point, holding steady. And let it go. Steady. Eyes on one point, build your tree. It might mean heel to ankle. It might mean foot to inner thigh. Steady in the left heel. Left hand, left ribs. Right hand, right knee. Roll the ribs open and the knee open, center line opens, heel down. Left hand high, right here. Right hand high, right here. Stay 3. Build your strength, stay 2. Right into the feet. Hands down, right foot down. Steady gaze, one point. Build your tree, left heel to ankle, or inner calf, or inner thigh. Standing tall. Right hand, right ribs. Left hand, left thigh. Open that line, heel to the floor. Right hand high, left hand high, stable. Right heel down. Heel down. And you shake it down. Rubbing your palms, shake out your feet, shake out your tail. And then little taps. Little taps across the chest. Make a fist, little taps down the arms, the inner arms, the backs of the arms, the sides of your body. Other side, go down your arms, the backs of your arms, the sides of your body, the ribs and the hips and the inner thighs and the inner calves, up the backs of your legs, the sides of your thighs, all the way back up your body. You can bring fingertips right up to the center of your forehead, across your eyebrows, sides of your jaw, up across the sinuses, up across the head to the scalp. Little taps, little taps, little taps. All around the crown of the head. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rub your palms and shake it out. Inhale, bring it up. Palms together down the middle. Exhale. Inhale up. And exhale, bring it down. The last time. Palms together, thumbs to the center of your forehead. I am this, Sat Nam. I see myself. 8 count Sat, 2 count Nam. Inhale. Sat Nam. Hands to the center of your chest, heart high, pause. And in your mind or aloud repeat, I expand in success, abundance, and love every day as I inspire those around me to do the same. Sat Nam, I see myself. Namaste, I see you. Thank you so much. You got a crazy good beat here as you're putting your things away. Get yourself moving. Keep yourself moving. Stay bright in the feet. Loose like a boxer. And I will see you tomorrow, Monday through Friday, noon, right here. I will be back on in about 5 minutes. So from about 9:05 for 20 minutes, a quick question I will be able to see. If you type in questions on Facebook or YouTube, I can see both of them. So now is the time. It's a quick conversation, a little bit of a Dharma talk about practice and what May holds for us. So I will see you there if you choose, or replay at any time. Sat Nam.